Hello, hello, here's a random stuff video from Mr. Heavy Metal Hero Dude. So, how are ya? I'm alright. Next video request, questions about Asia and other random stuff. So, what is the reason why you didn't go to India but Nepal instead? I spent $60 on the, what do you call it, visa for India, and then I was in Nepal for like longer than I expected, and I ran out of money basically. Spent more money than I expected and ran out of more money, so I had to, I went to Korea, and then I just never made it back to India after that. Maybe one day, maybe not, who gives a fuck. Would you like to take a trip to India one day, try out their food to see how it is, check out their entertainment and nightlife and all that? Yeah, I'd like to check out India. Now that I'm older, I think my trips would be a little bit different. I would be more of a, I'd seek out like all those spiritual people in India and want to have like interviews with them. Now that I have a video camera, that would be cool. I'd do that and then film all the like historical places. India has a lot of history and lots of kingdoms and lots of capital cities and ruins and stuff. So if you knew your history of India, you could keep yourself entertained there a long time. I'd be damn careful about what I eat though. I'd only eat bottled water. I wouldn't eat out at all. I'd only eat canned food. I'd be fucking careful, dude, because you can, like my brother got some kind of rash on his back. He's got these big, like, boils on his back that never go away. Never, ever going to go away. My mom went there and got a stomach bacteria that turned into cancer all over her fucking body. So you got to be fucking careful, dude. Going to India. Okay. So, what types of pizza do you like and why? I just got a pizza last night, actually. One of those TV pizzas, Sam's Choice. If you go into Walmart and you get Sam's Choice for $3.98, the Supreme Pizza with all the veggie fixins, it's good. It's a thin crust, not a whole lot of tomato juice, but it's alright. When I make my own pizza, I make them with a lot of tomato juice. A lot of tomato sauce, dude. I don't chintz on that at all, dude, because it's cheap. Why the fuck would you chintz on it? They chintz on it big time in Chile. In America, we have the best pizza. Okay. Have you ever been to China yet or no? Yeah, I went to Tibet. That's officially inside of China. And it's an interesting place. There's 9 million Chinese, and only 7 million Tibetans there. And all the Tibetans, they do their prayers on the prostrations on the ground, on the traffic around the Potala Palace. The Chinese let them do it. And, then the Chinese guy, he wanted to like talk to me, hang out with me. I think he was being a spy. Chinese people are fucking stupid. I don't know what happened to them. I'll have to do a video about that. They used to be the smartest. Now they're the dumbest. If not, would you like to go to Hong Kong, Macau, Las Vegas of Asia, I heard, Beijing, etc.? Yeah, of course I'd like to go to those places. Why would I like to go to those places? Hong Kong, I'd like to go to Hong Kong because I heard it's got the best skyline, and I'd like to check out those big cities, and, it's a first world place in Asia, so you can get all the cream of the crop of China. You don't have to deal with all the stupid bullshit, like afraid of getting your ass kicked by, like, taking your shoes off or something. It'd be like actual normal people who are open-minded and stuff. And Macau, probably the same thing. Beijing for the history. Okay. What would you do with it and why? Did I just... Oh, whoops. Sorry. Okay. What do you like better, a house or apartment, and why? For me, well, if you have kids, I think a house is better because kids can play outside in the lawn, and it's more freedom and more space, more opportunity for them to find bugs and all that kind of stuff. But in the situation where I am, or if it's just a man and a woman and a baby or whatever, what I live in right now, apartment, is perfect. Because I have enough shit that I have to tend to with inside of my apartment with all my plants and my animals. I don't need a fucking lawn. to be fucking wrong with, man. So yeah, apartments all I need, dude. You know, and it's cheaper. You don't have all the extra water bills and stuff. Okie dokie. Question number 6. If you won the lottery of 125 million bucks, what would you do with it and why? I actually answered this question like a couple of weeks ago. If I won a lot of money, I'd start a think tank, basically. I'd buy a building, and I would hire a bunch of young people to do exactly as I tell them to make personal websites. I mean, they get to think as much as they want, because that's the whole idea, and then they put their ideas on the website. To make basically a microcosm of the world I want there to be. So I would teach people to just to, kind of, and then I kind of make my little army of people who come to work every day in the building as like my example people, and say, look, this guy has this website and he believes this, and they'd have like little debates, and you'd make like little mock classrooms and stuff, just to kind of give people ideas on how to design, the future of our society, because there's, everything's so foobar, we need to completely redesign everything. And so yeah, I'd start a think tank. Number 7. What songs have you heard by Ina? Ina's fucking hot, dude. Little Romanian girl. Amazing, dude. I can't remember the words, but and then there's some other songs, but I can't remember them. But yeah, they're good. The whole techno beat. Romanian chicks are fucking hot, dude. Romanian, Serbian chicks are fucking hot. Guys are psycho, but chicks are hot. Okay, what did you think about Japan? Also, did you go to the arcades there? Why or why not? There's a lot of them. Okay. Yeah, I was in Korea for 5.5 months or something, 6 months teaching English, and I had to go to Japan after 3 months, to renew the visa, leave the country and come back. And so I was in Japan for like a long weekend, 3 days or something. I was sleeping under a bush in some park, and I went all over Tokyo, dude. I saw the whole prostitution area, like naked dancing. Actually, I didn't see any prostitutes, but I saw like the naked dancer area, the red light district or whatever. That was interesting. I didn't like spend any money, but I was looking around. A lot of like Jamaican dudes there, like just, selling, trying to get people into bars and stuff. It was weird. And Africans and stuff. And I did go into an arcade. There were lots of arcades and big arcades. Yeah, Japanese are really into video games and like the dancing games and the Guitar Hero type of stuff. Yeah, like a lot, younger kids and stuff. I didn't see it. Probably bigger ones there than I'd seen anywhere else, but I don't recall playing any games. But yeah, Tokyo's a weird place, dude. Japan's a fucking weird place. Just different culture. The thing that I noticed the most is if you're looking for a place and you ask for directions, they'll either not fucking talk to you at all. They'll just like keep looking forward and not. The only other place I've experienced people being that fucking rude was in Buenos Aires, dude. I was just asking somebody to help me figure out how to work the phone. And I was just wanting to have a simple question. People were just like, no. They thought I was asking for money or something. They're just freaked out. But Japan was like that. But they're either like that, or they have to actually take you to the place. This one guy walked like 3 blocks out of the way looking for a place and was asking other people, and it was like, dude, if I could speak Japanese and he could speak English, because their English is really bad there. It's one of the worst English ever you'll ever see. It's up there with like Italy and South America and stuff. They just don't speak English. Yeah, but if I could have told him, I'd just be like, no. My question was, which direction, Because, like, if you're in the subway, you're like, what direction is the exit? They won't tell you. They'll just keep walking. And if they do tell you, they have to take you there. It's like, dude, just the direction. Don't you know common sense? Just tell me the direction. You don't have to take me. But that was weird as shit. I did see their like, Central Palace. Oh, I don't need to look at that again. I did see their Central Palace, and that was pretty cool. It was really bigger than anything I saw in Europe. They had a biggest moat I've ever seen. So yeah, they definitely have their shit together. Hard workers. The people didn't seem very happy though. The people were, but they were dressed down more than in Korea, which I found interesting. In Korea, they all dress up like in black slacks, you know, like they're in the Congress or something. And in Japan, they're all in jeans. They dress down a lot. But personality-wise, the Koreans are really like bubbly and happy and laughing and stuff. And Japanese are like this, totally stoic and quiet and weird situation. And the subways are fucking expensive, dude. Like if you want to get from A to B in the subway and it's 3 different lines, you have to pay 3 different times, and it's $3.50 each time. So you got to pay like $10 to take the subway one time. If you're on 3 lines, it's weird. Everywhere else, when you take the subway, you can switch lines and not have to pay extra. But there, you have to pay extra if you switch lines. But the Japanese travel a lot, but they don't talk, and especially Koreans also. They don't, like if they're in the hostel or whatever, they don't talk. They're like the shyest people you'll ever meet. And I think they're kind of a little bit ethnocentric. I asked these Japanese on the street if they spoke English because that's a simple question, and they said no, as though they were proud of it that they didn't speak English. And there's lots of places in Tokyo that it says no gringo, like no white man allowed, no, only Japanese. So they're like also like they try to preserve their culture, and they're just more insular than any other culture I've ever seen. But overall, I like the Japanese. Like if I were to be born into a culture in the world, Japan would be one of those that I feel the most affinity with, because they have their shit together. You know, they're not lazy, stupid people. They're smart and they're hardworking. Okay. Okay, number 9. So many questions. Do you ever look up random bands on YouTube, as in newer or older bands you've never heard of? If so, like what? No, I mean, if I hear a song on the radio that has a catchy beat and I like it, then I will. It's really easy to find out what song it is, you know, Google the words or whatever, and then I would get it off YouTube and I'd put it on my MP3 player, and the sound's good enough. That's what I do. I don't buy music. I don't have that kind of money. And then I would become familiar with the band, and if I really like them, there's a chance I'll probably like another 3 or 4 of their songs, 2 or 3 or whatever their songs, and that's usually about how many songs of a band I like, 4 or 5 or whatever. Half of one of their albums or whatever. If so, like what? Well, let's see. Ina. Although I don't think I actually have any of her songs. I like that one, the video, because she's fucking nice body, amazing. You should check it out. And some other American chick who I discovered last year, who's pretty good. Can't remember her name. Ellie Goulding. And then that's about it, dude. I've been listening to a lot of music I've known for a long time. I need to learn more music for sure. I like techno music, like good dance music and stuff, so if anybody knows anything like that, I'd be down. Okay, number 10. What is your favorite breakfast cereal and why? I don't eat, it's oatmeal. That's the only thing I have for breakfast. They sell cereal really cheap at Walmart, but I don't buy it. I do have a whole lot of powdered milk, so I probably should buy cereal. But I don't like buying stuff in boxes, because then I have to throw it in the recycle bin and throw the recycle bin out downstairs. Like, it's already full, because I've been buying pizzas, because I've been smoking a lot of weed. And experimenting with the food at the supermarket and stuff. Different food, but yeah, I don't do cereal that much. Oatmeal is better, but if I did, I liked granola as a kid, but there's too much sugar in that. I eat enough sugar from other sources, so I really don't need any more sugar in my cereal. But granola without sugar, I don't know if they sell that. I like muesli. I like Uncle Sam. Just a healthy grain cereals. Okay. What are your beliefs as far as God and life goes? Life in aspect of its purpose. Alright, dude. I don't know if you know this, but just in case you don't, because a lot of people are not that smart with YouTube. Let me give you a little lesson, heavy metal dude. You see that button right there? Every channel has one. You click it, And if you type in God, oh look, the keyboard worked. And you hit return. Oh my, look at this. Look at all the videos I have about God. God, 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 talking about God. Zillions and zillions and zillions of them, and a lot of them are actually fucking... And I even have a video called What I Think About God. So... but I'll answer the question anyways. So, what was the question? What do I think about God? I think God is all that is. It's, here, let me expand the comment. God is all that is. It's the way, it's just kind of like, you know, the universe has been around for so long that, everything has kind of found its symbiosis within the whole mechanism of how everything works. And so there is a karma, there is give and take, there is good luck, bad luck, and you know, what goes around comes around, all this kind of stuff. It's all connected. And so God is just everything that exists, like in one organism, you know, like your body. You have little red blood cells and white blood cells. Those are single cell organisms. They're their own little people inside your body, and without them you die. And so that's kind of like what God is. Without all the crazies, then God would die, you know. God wouldn't would have a big chunk of itself taken out, you know. Hell is natural, bad people are natural. It's all part of God. It's just young souls traveling up and learning their lessons and stuff. And now as far as like the concept of God as like one person, one, you know, and the Christians refer to him as a he. I don't even understand why you would do that. And women do it too. It's weird, but God is like an individual mind. Yeah, I think that there's something like that, like somewhere out there that's so smart and so old and centralized, because everything has a center to it, that this one being could kind of look out and kind of design, you know, everything to work in a nice, you know, scientific way that's understandable and follows rules and stuff. And then, of course, you have the little gods below and stuff. So, like me, I'm the god to my red blood cells. I'm the god to my little geckos and the hamsters and stuff. I'm their steward. So, but as far as God, like what is God? Yeah, God is everything. Everything that's alive. Everything in the universe is alive. You know, is all part of the larger consciousness. And so that's basically what God is. And that's an expansive view of God. You know, I could talk to anybody about God and their concept of God. And, you know, we could be on the same playing field, you know. We could understand each other, I think. Okay. So, and life goes, life an aspect of its purpose. Yeah. Life is all about experience, you know. If you're driven to do something, you haven't experienced that enough. If you're not driven to do something, you've experienced it enough. And so your purpose is just to do what you want and to, you know, and to help grow, you know. Well, life is all about growth. And, you know, animals grow, systems grow, societies grow. And so your idea should be to try to continuously grow. And grow in yourself, and also realize that you're part of a greater universe, other people, and so you're growing within that and helping that grow as well, because you're part of that body. So you're helping the whole, you know, society grow. And if you're going against that, then you're going to be hurting. You're not going to be having as much fun. Okay. How often do you like to party? Okay, party as in do drugs. Well, it's really like, where did he write this? Number 12. It's really kind of hard to, like, big time or something. Why is that? It's really, see, weed's not legal, so I don't really have a whole lot of control over how much I smoke. As soon as it's legal, I'll find out, and I'll be sure to vlog about that. But, you know, I smoke weed. I'm a binge smoker. I'll smoke for a couple months or a month really hardcore when I'm doing something specific. and then I won't smoke. So like I just got done moving into my apartment. I was smoking all day long, but now I'm done. So now I'm not going to smoke at all. And now when it legalizes, I'll keep you updated on exactly what goes on. I did drink last night because when I'd quit smoking, I drink once to help me quit. It makes it easier to quit, even though it's expensive. I had these margarita things I got at the supermarket across the street, and I got kind of buzzed. But for the most part, alcohol makes me sick. I'll actually throw up. The first night, like the second night I came here, I bought like a small bottle of tequila, not that big, and I puked my guts up, and I blacked out, and I woke up and didn't remember puking, because when I'm really out of shape, I can't hold any liquor down, dude. I'll puke off like 2 beers. Yeah. So I almost never drink, and now into the future I won't ever drink. It just makes me sick. And even when I'm fit, I won't drink. I don't crave it. There's weed, dude. Now as far as like other drugs, I do them, but I don't know where to get them, and they're illegal. If I could get them, yeah, I'd be doing them a lot. I'd do all of them. I love drugs, dude. Cocaine, crack, all that shit, man. I'd be partying up. Those fucking Nazi motherfuckers. Anyways. Number 13. What was your worst movie theater experience, if any? I remember once that movie Communion came out. Whitley Strieber got abducted by the aliens. It was like in '87. Christopher Walken, starring Christopher Walken. I went onto the movie with my friend, but I was in like 8th grade. But my friend didn't want to see it, so we saw like the first like 15 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes, and then we went over and saw the end of Red Rain with Michael Douglas, and we didn't see the whole movie. It was like 2 half movies, and why would you go to the movie theater for that? I didn't go to a movie with that kid ever again. Yeah, I don't like leaving movies halfway through. This other kid did that with me a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Make sure not to go to a movie with him either. As far as really bad movies in the movie theater, I went to a Rocky Horror Picture Show, on a midnight on a Saturday or whatever, with all those freaky kids who like to go to those, and that was interesting, but I wasn't really into it. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing this every fucking Saturday for? But that's all I can think of. I saw A Place Beyond the Pines in the movie theater a couple months ago, and that was stupid. That wasn't a movie theater movie. Just, people with problems and stuff. I'm not into that. All right, number 14. Who was your first crush from a movie? Oh, God. Dude, I could not tell you. I remember when I was young, I didn't watch the TV show, but I thought Alyssa Milano was hot. I'm sure everybody thought she was hot. Who else did I think was hot growing up? God, I know there has to have been some, but seriously, I can't fucking remember. Good question. Okie dokie. You know who I think is super hot now, though? God, she's got some nice tits. Best tits in the business, in the world. What's that bitch's name? Ah, fuck. If I remember, I'll say. Okay, 15. What do you think the world will be like in 10 years' time? Why? Thanks for answering and have a nice day. 10 years. Oh, that's a good question, man. I like these future prediction questions. In 10 years, dude, it's going to be a lot different. But the main differences are going to be more mental than technological. A lot of people think that we're like in the cusp of some huge technological breakthrough, and we are and all that kind of stuff. But it's going to get overshadowed in 10 years by the mental breakthroughs that we're all going to be having. We're in the death throes of Nazism, judgmentality. Us versus them, we're better than you, with the Bill O'Reillys out there and the talking heads with all their propaganda and shit and all these people believing it. that's not going to be, this is the end of it. Like in 5 years, it'll be waning big time, and in 10 years, it'll be like gone. And people are going to value, people are going to have different values over things in 10 years. If you're really smart and you're really creative, you're going to have a lot of respect, and there are going to be a lot more doors open to you in 10 years. Right now, if you're really smart and really creative, you're a target. You're painting a big ass target on your forehead, and you're crazy and stupid, and you got the mental problems. But in 10 years, being a well-rounded person with who can think for themselves and stuff, it's going to be like, you're going to be like comfortable. You're going to be taken care of. You're not going to be like as much of an outcast. That's the main difference. Okay. And thank you, and have a nice day. Peace out.